Hey, do you know what today is?
Monday.
Do
Monday.
you know
Day.
what
I was waiting for somebody to
today
do it, P.
is?
Finally, like the lag was ridiculous. But listen, we got a
It's
guest. Now,
anniversary.
if you look to my left or to my right, you should see him in the cut, right? And he looked like he's ready to murder us all on these beats. Like he looked like he's just ready.
Oh boy.
he got the sniper rifle
Oh
ready for
boy.
us on the track. I already see it.
I'm chilling, man.
He chilling, man. See, that's how you know. But
Oh
we got
boy.
Mike with us,
What
man. Go
what
by the
have
name
we
of
done?
Box, and we are glad to have him here. He is an incredible producer, man. He got a lot of music out there that you can go check
Humble,
out.
humble.
He is half of a crew, and his crew is dope. They got a project out on Apple. Matt, you tell him, Mike.
Oh man. Hey, thanks for that lovely introduction. The name's Mike 3K Watts. I am one half of the Late Bloomers. Shout out to my homie EJ. You know what I'm saying? Just had his baby girl. You know what I'm saying? The Corona
Congratulations.
baby has struck.
I know how that is. I know how that is.
Right. So yeah,
Cheers to that.
cheers, real life, cheers. You know, so salute. So yeah, man, Mike 3K Watts, one half of the Late Bloomers. Been doing this for a while now, you know what I'm saying? Going hard at it for 3 years now. This will make year number 3. So yeah,
All
I'm
right.
glad to be a
Man,
part of this.
we
You know
glad
what
to
I'm saying?
have you,
Dope
man.
fast production, man, for real. Honor.
All right.
To have you.
Um,
So P doing the shameless plug with the Behringer headphones right there. Nice. Hope they paying you for that.
we need to
Trying to get
set up
these
that.
sponsorships, bro.
Yeah, we need to set up those affiliates. I got a couple of quick announcements too while we get started. Number one is everybody's been asking us to, put more stuff up on Instagram and some of the beat breakdowns they want to see more of. So we actually are going to be doing that. We teamed up with a producer who's actually helping us to do some of the editing on all of our videos. So number one, you're going to start seeing a lot more videos on YouTube of these beat breakdowns. And then number two, you're going to start seeing a lot more Instagram posts. So Order 33 is our editor and has a loop kit coming out. Actually, it just came out on Friday the 13th. So because it's Friday the 13th, it's,
Hey,
dark stuff, different loops and stuff like that. So, oh,
All of this could be yours for a mere $20. But wait,
we have
there's more.
a discount code. So if you use the discount code when you're on BeatStars and you're getting this loop kit, just type in the number 3 beats later and you get 25% off. So shout out to Order 33. Definitely want to make sure that everybody hits up this BeatStars page, and these are dope loops. So get at them.
Tell them we sent you.
Exactly. And then another shout out goes to another dope producer. I'm gonna play some of this. Here we go. 8-bit sounds, 16-bit. This is Nizzy Nate. So we just want to give a shout out to Nizzy Nate. Nizzy Nate is another producer we met up as part of the 808 Wave meetups, and definitely meeting a lot of cool producers, mainly a lot of them based out of Atlanta. So when we let everybody know and all the producers know that we were doing a video game retro sound challenge this week, Nizzy Nate just said, hey, I got one of those. So this sounds like a little bit of a Bit Crush. The beat is called Bit Crush. You can check out Nizzy Nate, and it's Nizzy_beats on Instagram. So check them out. So those are some of the 2 quick announcements. What I want to do next is just open it up. This was a tough week. How was the week? I had a couple ideas. Like I was going straight towards did anyone mess with Strider at all on Nintendo? Strider
Strider was great. That was a
Grotto was
really cool
amazing.
game.
So I was
kept it
trying
with
hard.
Zelda.
Zelda.
Huh?
I kept it with Zelda.
Uh
Strider was dope. It was like kind of like
Look at Mike's
sci-fi
face. You
ninja.
did Zelda too.
oh.
Mike did Zelda too. His face was like, oh, yeah, I did Zelda.
Oh yes, it's gonna be
Ooh-wee.
interesting by far.
Ooh-wee.
Zelda's definitely dope. I definitely thought that it was not that the challenge was finding which song to sample because there was so
Yeah,
much
there's so
to
much.
sample.
Yeah.
So that
My
was the
challenge
hard part.
was different. So as you know, last week I had some technical issues with my Ableton, and I got it all fixed midweek, and then I got my Ableton updated last night, and I wasn't able to open the beat that I worked on during the week. So
Shout out Sosa.
shout out Sos.
Sos with the most.
Sos with the most. Raise a toast. So I wasn't able to make my beat until today. So we shall see whether I fail or succeed at this mission that I have accepted so graciously.
You see, E, this is like the third time that I've heard E make a beat, like same day, an hour before we go live. He's like, oh yeah, oh I made something. Here you go.
Well, typically I make something and I cancel that plan and I do something different. This time I had nothing because.
But the crazy thing is it seems like most people, the more time they have, the better the beat's gonna sound. With E, it's like the less time that he has, he's able to make it happen. It's crazy. Mike, how about you, man? How was the week? Did you have a hard time, or did you know exactly what you were gonna go sample? You hear me, Mike?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah. I hear you.
Did you hear you now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah. How was the week though? Was it hard to find the right sample?
So for me, I also went with Legend. Legend of Zelda. Honestly, as soon as the challenge hit, I ain't gonna hold you. I went right on Google and I was like video game music, and I just like went through a whole bunch of lists. But it was crazy because P was like, "Yo, I'm gonna throw out that Donkey Kong," and I was like, "Ooh, you shouldn't have said that, but you did."
But you did though.
You Donkey Kong now. But my first plan was to go with Mario Kart or Mario. You know what I'm saying? Hit a something classic and just do something fun with something classic. But I've been in this mode of like going deeper as a producer. You know what I'm saying? Like going in the bag a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
So came across what you gonna run into. You know what I'm saying? Lovely Legend mode, and I was like, oh, so I let that thing play for like a whole 2 days before I even made the beat. Like,
oh damn!
I just kept listening to the sample over and over and over again, and then like, you know what I'm saying?
No, see, first of all, no, let me pause for a second. All right, you're not gonna make me go first after this right here. This man did a thesis statement on the track that he about to sample. I'm not going first.
Oh,
Wow.
it fell. Nah, man, you gotta go first. You called it.
Yep, I think so.
I'm cool with it. All right.
And I think just really quick before we start going down the beats, like I listen to so much music, man, so much. Yo, Echo the Dolphin for Sega.
Son, amazing soundtrack.
I almost did Echo.
Really?
I almost did Echo. I came very close to doing Echo.
So let me tell you what I originally sampled.
Oh, hit me. I ain't hip.
I originally sampled Eternal Champions, just so y'all know.
Okay.
Larson's theme.
I want to shout out a Streets of Rage 2 because that one has a great soundtrack too.
I saw that on a list of like the top 10 video game soundtracks. But I don't know. It seems like
you didn't like it that much.
It was like everything was just like EDM, like very like upbeat type of stuff.
It was very EDM upbeat. I sampled something from there and slowed it down really slow. It came out good, but
that's what you.
I didn't. That's not what I used.
That's not what you're showing. Okay,
nah. This should be a good week.
All
right, I'm gonna jump in, y'all. I'm gonna jump.
Wait. I just want to give a shout out.
Y'all haven't said what I sampled yet. You haven't mentioned the game yet. It is a popular game. I'm surprised.
Castlevania was on my list, and I actually had one track and I started making it. And halfway through, I'm like, this is an Eminem song. Like, I swear, like, I'm gonna send it after this just so you guys can listen to it. It's like I slowed it way down. I'm like, I don't know the name of it, but I know it's an Eminem song. All right, let's jump into it. So here we go. He's gonna hit us up with the first beat.
Right, we gotta mute up too.
Yeah. If you can, Mike, mute your phone.
Yeah, Mike, mute it. All right. Can y'all see?
Yep.
All right. We are going to jump in. Gentlemen, mute your engines.
So I reached the 7th chakra back in 2014 for a short period of time. When I came back, I had traveled from 4th to 7th chakra so fast in about 2 months, which is probably very difficult to believe, maybe, I'm not sure. When I came back, I hadn't realized all of the still negative belief systems that were in me at that point in time. And
All right, so this is my week 20 video game challenge beat. I'm gonna break it down real quick for you. I'm just gonna go down a list of tracks that I did. So basically what I did was I found a really, really cool track that was just amazing from a video game called Zelda. That's all I'm gonna say because they block our shit. And so I'm gonna play just a sample by itself. So with that, I wanted to play a little bit over it, kind of give it some energy, because that those notes repetitively need to be taken somewhere. They need to be driven. So I grabbed some strings to try to drive them somewhere. But I also had like a little bit of a intro thing that I wanted to do because my energy was high. And I was just like, yo, we got to do this. So just a little build up, little core build up, using Spitfire Labs. I went over Spitfire Labs in the previous video. If you haven't checked that out, please go back and watch it. I think I broke it down really well in the last video or one before that. But Spitfire Labs is great with orchestra sounds, orchestra sampled sounds. And then I just added a couple accents to it. I kind of stay in a lane of just like being real ambient with this beat. And so this is playing through the whole beat in the background, just to give it some context and grit to it, but you can't really hear it unless you listen. Also, Cymatics, big shout out to Cymatics. They don't sponsor me yet, but they will. They don't know it. But I love Cymatics random percussion loops. They have so many dope loops. So this is just kind of like keeping the beat with like running vibe. You know what I'm saying? So this was just. I threw that in there just in the background. It's kind of low, but it keeps the running energy for the track. Then obviously my go-to Moto Bass. Obviously they don't sponsor me yet either, but you know, send a check. So I laid this joint down. I love this. I love it all. Every time I use it, I love it because Corey is always like, yo, Moto Bass is the truth. And he's a bass player, so, well, guitar player, so I rock with it. So I wanted something that sounded real. I wanted something that sounded grungy though, also grungy. And so I kept that. And then we have my beat. I made this beat in, so my drum pattern was in Play Beat. And Play Beat, I use Play Beat a lot as well. If you watch us, you'll know. If not, go back, check out the tutorial on how to use Play Beat. But once I use Play Beat, I get my audio sounds and I'll bump it down to an audio track. So this is the audio track for just the Play Beat drum loop. So I use that, program that in there, and then I was grab my my hats different separately, but I play them together though. So we had that. That's pretty much where we went with that part of the drums. And then in the background, while there was a in the intro part only, I just used.
So I reached the 7th chakra, baby.
Use the chimes. I just like chimes sometimes. Kind of cool. But nothing special. Just wind chimes. They do what they do, right? And then I grabbed a little interview with Dr. Phil and Deepak Chopra. Wow. And I heard a guy talking about levels of elevating through levels of his chakras in a short period of time. And I felt like that was so relevant to what we did today because I had a short period of time to make this track. And so I just wanted to kind of put something on there to give a little bit of a context. So
I reached the 7th chakra back in 2014 for a short period of time. When I came back, I had traveled from 4th to 7th chakra so fast in about 2 months, which is probably very difficult to believe, maybe, I'm not sure. When I came back, I hadn't realized all of the still negative belief systems that were in me at that point of time.
And that's the beat. So I'm just gonna play real quick all together.
So I reached the 7th chakra back in 2014.
And that is my beat. I'm gonna open it up to the guys.
You're telling me that was a Dr. Phil sample? No, wait. Yo, E, this is nice, man.
That was sick.
Yo, and the snare on Playbeat, how many snares are built in there? Because you could hear
so there's nothing in Playbeat. Playbeat doesn't have any sounds. It's just the interface. So you load your own sounds,
right?
And you can customize your own pattern. I just use Playbeat because again, I like to use that as opposed to using like the drum rack in Ableton. I like that because I can see where I'm placing my stuff at.
Yeah.
But other than that, I typically use drum rack and just play it out on my board. But I don't have a pad. I just have keys.
What about how many snares are there? Is it just one snare you have loaded, or you got multiple?
It's two.
Okay.
Two doubled up. Yeah.
Two.
Yeah,
to the top, and you could hear the difference in the timbre of both of those two.
Yeah, so the double up, I pitched up one all the way to the right, one all the way to the left on a double up part. So it's like they shift, so they kind of go from here to
bounce
here.
back off the ears.
Yeah. That's really nice, man. Just that little, I love that.
I like what you did with the legend sample too.
Appreciate it, man.
We'll talk about that when we get to the next situation.
Oh my god!
Nah. On some real though, because I peeped how you sampled it, and I was like, I had to do the same thing when it went to mine because Zelda, like the way their that music flows,
the time signature.
yeah, it's not a full, you know what I'm saying? It's not a full
Mm-hmm.
bars. It like doubles back on that three for some
Right.
reason. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But like how you figured that loop out was really dope. I like that.
Thanks, man.
Hey.
I think this is a really incredible beat. I think that it's very well crafted.
Yeah.
I like how you used, you leaned on your favorite VSCs. I'm still waiting on that moto bass. You know what I mean? Like one of these days I'm gonna get that shit. I mean, like, goddamn.
I know, man.
Like
But
you keep
aside,
saying that, but I forget every time. I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm sure. Okay.
I'm gonna write it down right here on my board.
This
um, I'm going to I really think this is really dope. I will say one thing. I did was trying to get the challenge to be to 8-bit and 16-bit songs, and this version of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess
is
is
64
from
bit.
the I think that's the Wii U. I think that was the last one.
Mm.
It's not from the 8-bit or 16-bit era of Zelda. That's why those pianos
Oh.
are so sexy.
He just
But it doesn't make the beat any less dope. The beat is actually doper because of that. But just mentioning that.
he's just
Just
saying you're
Well,
fired.
so
he just
and so this
fired
sounds
you.
like you're saying I'm fired. Number one. Number
no.
two. Wait. Number two. I don't know nothing about which the game is from, and it didn't tell me. And so it's like I searched it, and it just said Zelda. I assumed that was Zelda. I don't know much about Zelda being re-released or anything, so I didn't know. I don't play Zelda.
He said, "I'm not a gamer."
I'm not a gamer. I wasn't a gamer then, so it's
There
not.
you
It's
go.
not on. I know this Zelda is not on Xbox. I know. I know that. So I thought it was just automatically from Zelda, and I'm like, oh, this is dope. But if you want to disqualify me, I understand.
I will say, hey, this is super cinematic too, man. This is a nice one.
Thank you. Sir.
I could hear that. Like I could hear that like as a soundtrack to a movie, like currently,
Oh yeah.
I definitely got that running vibe too. Like I definitely felt like, something was happening. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the vibe I got from that. It was dope.
Sweet.
Yeah, it definitely tells a story. Definitely, like especially when you sequenced it, definitely builds, and I could definitely see it.
I hope some dope rapper gets it one day. Someone worthy. Doesn't disqualify me.
hey, Joyner Lucas, holla at him.
Right. I'm with it. All right, so the moment we've all been waiting for, right?
Here comes the track. So Mike, you're up, man. So
boy.
It's
my turn.
Yep.
All right, let me
I think I'm going through a tunnel.
Let me go to a mute real quick.
I think we're gonna go into a dungeon. I heard.
Yo, we good?
Oh.
My fault.
There we go.
Better?
Now we're good.
No, you can leave your other computer on mute and unmute your phone because your other computer still play audio when it's muted.
Oh, yeah. So I can mute the joint. Oh, hold up.
Yeah.
Hello. You still there? Can we hear you? No. Yeah, turn your
I don't think you played anything yet.
Yeah. The way that you had it a second ago was good with one of them muted and one of them not muted. It would work either way, actually, but we can't hear you right now.
How about now?
Okay, now
we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, now can you hear the?
Give us
a try.
Give us
Well,
Yep.
Got it?
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna let this run.
All right.
Oops, my bad. I gave it to you again. All right. So yeah. How I did this right here. What do I unmute you guys? Oh, no. All right, cool. So I keep talking.
Yeah, just break it down. Break it down.
All right, bet. So how I did this thing, went to YouTube, pulled the Legend of Zelda dungeon theme. It says it right there, so you know you don't sue. And basically it turned it into an MP3, loaded up in Logic. I'm a Logic Pro user. My first time, honestly, fooling with samples within Logic Pro, to be honest. That's why I appreciate the challenge, you know what I'm saying? Take me out of my norm. My norm is just literally what you see here is just like these colorful things I create straight from my Akai MP keyboard. So fooling with a sample, much needed. Loved it though, you know what I'm saying? So overall, basically it took like an hour to make this drink. I just added the crash, and then at the end, like the whole, but anyway, now I'm gonna go through that. Yes, my dinner's in 5 minutes. It's not, I already ate. So Legend of Zelda, as you see over here, you know, the BPM counter, Logic has this great tool right here. If you don't know what the BPM is to something that you are trying to sample, it helps you find it. Sidebar though, it didn't help me at all. I still had to like manually figure it out. So I just did it the old-fashioned way, put my click, my metronome on, and just figured it out. So yeah, just like I was saying to my homie, I had to double up on the end of the sample because it just does this weird thing where it has a nice tone to it. They're like, yeah, I could definitely use it, but you just need to double up a certain part. So I doubled up the end of this sample here. You know what, don't move about that. It's just did something funky. But yeah, double that up. So that's what you get here, which is this sample. You know, you heard that throughout the track. So right after that, I went to violins. I was like, yo, I hear this, and just started playing it. Like kind of hear it right there. Right. So and then after that, these are honestly stock sounds in Logic. Alchemy, I did some tweaking of the wave file itself to like develop this like really unique sound. So after hearing the violins and that, I was like, shoot, my mind like split into like 4 different ways, to be honest. That's why you see like the bass up here early. But I already had the bass in my brain while doing these, while playing the sample, but all these other sounds were coming to me. So I was like, since I already know the bass, I'm gonna just go ahead and like whatever, let that be, and just go ahead, just like get all the rest of these sounds out of my head, seeing that I got the bass, so I'm not gonna lose the bass. So I just end up just doing this next sound right here, which was really dope. Right, so it's like throw this like nice little ambient accent noise off the whole thing. I'm already hearing that, and so playing that. So then yeah, right after that, that's when I was like, all right, boom, let me hit this bass, because I definitely hit this bass. I hear the bass, so I do the sub bass first. Nice something like dark, because there's that dungeon theme, so I keep that dungeon theme right along, and like just play with it in the sub sense. And then I was like, yo, I still need something with that. You had an accent snare. That literally came right after I did the bass. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna double up the bass, but use a VST called Loom. Loom 2 is really dope, yo. Like it has a really dope sounds, especially in the realm of like, I like create like trance like trappy beats, you know what I'm saying? So it allows me to like do so much in it. So I found this Raz bass and basically doubled up the pattern of the sub bass So you get that red sound there. That beat, right? So I know, right? The beat just wants to like, yo, just play everything. Then, like I said, the snare to me, this part was like very fun for me to make. Because I heard it. I was like, yo, I can hear this pickup. Like, what is that pickup? So I immediately kicked in with that snare, dropped the kick in. You know, just off of, you know, and at this point, I'm like, yo, this sounds like Kanye West, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had that snare in there, you know. And that first part, like that first part made me feel like, yo, that sounds like some early 3-6 Mafia vibes right there, you know, that doom, 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 doom. Yeah, like if I had that whole in the back, that would have been crazy, right? So of course, just staying in the realm of, you know, I'm working my drums now. I throw my hi-hat in there. Like I said, I just did the crash. So that just so this whole time I have all these sounds, right? And I'm like, yo, that sounds dope. Like, that sounds amazing. I like that. But it's missing something, right? I'm like, it's one more thing. So I went and did the keys. And this Outer Lands synth is unbelievable. Outer Lands synth. Part of the same comes right in with Logic. It's part of the Alchemy VST. And played that by hand, and then you just get this, you know, like you just all at one time. And then real quick, what you heard at the end was just honestly just me playing around with this lovely tool right here. This is the remixer or the remix FX. Logic comes with it. The new update of Logic, yo, like Expound is absolutely crazy. So while, you know, it was playing, I was like, look at this. You know, that came with it. So yeah, I'm mute now.
Oh no, you're not. We're gonna stay muted.
Wait.
We're just gonna stay muted, man. We're just gonna look at this beat.
First off, Logic Gang in the house.
Logic Gang.
Second off, musicians in the house. Here we go. Sax player. There you go.
Hey.
Okay. Sax player.
Listen, all right, no.
Second off, third off.
No.
Yo, I'm so glad that there's another Logic producer on here because, you know, finally someone's speaking my language here. Yo, Mike, this is just sick, man. First, we just need like a round of just applause here.
No, we're gonna drink up to that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody thinks that.
I've been drinking since he played the beat. No. You gotta show that back up.
Yeah,
back up there.
keep your dog.
We got questions.
Yeah.
First of all, what I would like to say is, if there ever was a track to end an album, like a super dope album that already have fire songs, if it needed like that one last track that you end the album on with the plot twist storyline, like this made me feel like Jay-Z came back and did Blueprint 4 and had Meet the Parents too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what this felt like to me. This is crazy, yo. And then you messed me up because I thought your computer was glitching when you first started using the remix joint.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the? That was dope, but his CPU peaking. Yo,
I thought you sequenced those, and then when you pull that up, I was like, I can't wait to use that, man. I didn't update yet, so I'm about to update.
Man. Yeah, man,
I'm updating tonight now.
Hey, do that, man. That remix is an incredible tool, man. It has so much, man. It has so much flair to it, for real.
Yo, that beat. I'm sorry, Corey. I had to cut you off.
That's all good.
I'm gonna let you finish. But that beat is crazy. I'm done. I ain't got no more words.
So I got a couple of things. Go P. Go.
I was gonna let y'all speak first.
Okay. Well, a couple of things. One is, what is track 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? What is the beat sequencer that you're using there?
Oh, like how did I do that?
Yeah, because you have what is that exactly?
So this Ultra Beat.
Ultra Beat. Okay. See, I don't even mess with that, and that's what I got to get.
Yes.
Into
Ultra Beat. It's there. This all stock Logic shit, bro.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. My bad.
I'm using their quick sampler, and that's been like really just a pain in the ass to get shit going. But anyways, and then what's crazy about this, and a lot of the video game songs that I was listening to all week, like all those old whatever Japanese composers had so much classical music knowledge, and like it's just counterpoint everywhere. It's like really sophisticated, like, you know, Mozart type shit.
Yeah.
All of the tracks I was listening to, and this is another example. Like,
yo, watch. I'm blown away by this.
Oh, bless. Thank you.
Go ahead, P.
Yeah, it's crazy because for starters, obviously, there's so many times I've heard this music before. You know what I mean? Like playing dungeon levels, this specific dungeon level in Zelda. So to hear it in this form is just really, really crazy. I'm mostly impressed with how many sounds you threw on top of the sample. You know, usually when I sample and, you know, I make a beat and I'll add sounds, I usually don't try to add that many sounds, but I'm impressed with how many you were able to put in simultaneously, and they all blended and they all kind of fit in their little perfect little pocket inside the beat. So that was very impressive. Okay. I will tip my hat to Logic with that whole remix thing. That's pretty dope. For sure.
Yeah.
And also your sequence art, you know, the colors, very, very visually inspiring. So front to back, great job.
Yeah,
brother.
Great job, man.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I've been and about the colors, like, man, that's something I've been utilizing. So you're just not seeing this constant green and blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nice.
If you guys want to know a quick, like, Logic users, you know what I'm saying? Quick little shortcut to, you know what I'm saying, get your colors. Alt C. It's just that simple. Click where you at, Alt C. Boom, colors come right up. So, you know what I'm saying? Use that, help that, you know what I'm saying, that visual refresh, that you're not just looking at the same thing all the time, you know. Yeah, blessed, man. Thanks. Like I said, I saw the challenge. I was like, oh yes, let's have fun. So thank you guys. Thank you for real.
Very dope.
All right, man. Yeah. All right.
I should have went first.
So I have to go up after that. All right. Take down your screen, and then I'm going to share mine when you get a second, Mike.
Whew. Man,
right,
yo, I'm still tripping. I heard that song. Like, I ain't hear the beat. Like, that's how you know a beat is hot, when you hear a song. Like, as soon as the beat starts, you hear a song, and there's no song to the beat yet. You hear it already. That's what I was hearing the whole time. Like, yo, this is crazy.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks.
All right. Am I good over here?
Yeah, we got you.
All right. Then
you got to get your color flex up, man. Alt C, dude.
Yo, as soon as he said that, 2 seconds before I share my screen, I just put a pink and an orange here. I was like, all right, here we go. Alt C. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Everybody mute their engines. And I'm going to play the track, and then I'm going to break it down. So what's up, everybody? This is Cheeky CP. This was episode 20, video game sampled. And I'm about to play my joint. Here we go. All right, all right. So let me break down this beat for you. So I sampled Zelda also. That's 3 Zeldas in a row. Okay, so what I sampled was, if Pete's paying attention, it was a 16-bit version of Zelda. It's Zelda: A Link to the Past. So Super Nintendo. But here's a sample. I'm just going to solo this really quick because what's crazy about this is I thought it sounded very modern. Like you hear this type of like loop nowadays and a lot of hip hop. So I'm just going to play. This is straight from the game. So again, like classically inspired, just kind of like a progression that goes down like by half steps. And I just built off of that. So basically the beat is just kind of like building, kind of how Mike kind of just added layer. Nothing really is going on crazy with the beat really, but the big highlight of this whole track is the trumpets. So all the Logic users out there, Logic is insane with the brass section. So I'm just going to solo this really quick. I'm going to show you some cool things about what I did with just the brass section. So first off, this is in halftime and it's actually at 122 BPM. So it's pretty slow, kind of groovy kind of feeling thing going on. But I'm going to play the trumpets for you. So I've messed with a lot of different, software, you name it, and trying to get some real sounding trumpets and brass sections is kind of close to impossible. But Logic does this crazy thing when you pull up the brass section. So this is called Soul Section. So when you check it out, it's under horns. It's like the studio horns is actually what it is, the plugin is. And you can do one quick thing. Once you pull up studio horns, you go to track and then you click on articulation set and you could click on the trumpets, right? So for every one of these tracks that once you have the actual line written out, I can go here and choose these 2 notes and I can click my articulation. I want it to be staccato. The next 2 notes I want those to be staccato. And this last one, woo, you could get that articulation fall, right? The bam. So just listening to the difference in the way that these notes are played. Wow. That is a huge difference in kind of having like really plain, crappy sounding horns and something that's going to sound nasty, right? So, I don't know, all my beat breakdowns, like every week, not only have I been pushing myself to learn, how to use Logic, but also I try to pick one new thing and try to, get okay at it, right? So this is yet again, another one of those things that I try to get okay at. So the horns are nasty because all of these triplets up here, it's just staccato, 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 and it makes that whole thing sound really nice. And you could get a little bit of that wavy, vibrato going on just by clicking on the type of articulation you want. On that one note, I put on passionate, right? So it's pretty wild what you could do just with what's built into Logic already. So those are the studio horns. The rest of this track, I'll just go through really quick and I'll just kind of solo the drums by themselves. So nothing wild is going on here. In fact, like I was actually trying to search around for some different sounds today because I wasn't really happy, but so kind of like some, I don't know, Timbo vibe with the double kick, and then the other thing was just I added bass in here, right? So I'm gonna go to the breakdown in just a second. So the bass, I had some 808s that sounded really, really lame. So I just said, all right, I'm gonna pick up the bass and play through that progression, right? And try to give it just a little bit of like soul or something. And I was just messing with that same, I have a 5-string, so that's why you heard that. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then where I really had fun was this breakdown. I'm gonna play it really quick because it's pretty wild. So what's going on there is I pulled up the harp, and I've been really having a lot of fun with taking a natural sounding instrument like a harp and then adding an arpeggiator on top of it. So here's where I threw the arpeggiator, and it's on a 1/4 note triplet feel. So that's where you get this like push and pull, because the harp player, or the way that it's playing the harp, is it's kind of giving you this boom, this bouncy boom, gang, boom, gang, boom. And I really mess with that feel because it just sounds really wild. So that's my track. I'm just gonna play. Oh, and then really quick, I don't know if you heard it, but bass solo at the end. Okay, that's my beat. I'm gonna open it up.
Oh, first of all, I need you to do 2 things for me. Go to the end of that track.
Yeah.
That bass, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Play that for me. Just play that for me.
The whole track?
That's right there, yeah. Oh, what is that muted? What's muted?
I don't know. I think that
something's
was like,
muted.
I think that was a different take on the bass that I just
play it.
Killed.
Play it.
Really? I don't even know what the hell.
Shouldn't have left it.
It's just another great solo. That's
okay.
all. See?
Another great solo. Yo, okay, listen. I swear. Okay, go back to like the other breakdown you had in there, like midway through the beat.
All right. Yeah. Let me go here. Okay.
Okay, pause it. Why does this feel like? I swear we just made an album, y'all. we just made an album, like straight up. This is like Roses Part 2, the Kanye joint. This is Roses. This is Roses. Like this beat is like, yo, this track is incredible. Like when I first heard the drums, I'm like, okay, where is he going with this joint? And then it was like the focus is not on the drums. The focus is on what you can put on top of the drums. And I said, oh shit. So when I started listening, I'm like, these drums aren't the best. But then I heard everything else. I'm like, the drums is the canvas. So then I was like, yo, this is crazy. Because you put the focus on the drums instead of the sample, which made it less like a sample. I like that. That was clever.
Yeah. If I had more time, clever. I was gonna try to beef up the drums, but I just
no. That works. That works because it's like it's one of those songs where you got something to say, and the drums is like it's just there. Like you didn't focus on making the drums hit hard because you want them to hear what you got to say.
Yeah,
bruh, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and press play right now, like right here, right now. Press play, please.
Where I was in the middle.
No, right back where you were.
Right over here, the weird breakdown part.
Yes.
Okay.
Stop. That 5th chord, absolutely unbelievable in like how that joint just plays in there. Like that chord comes out nowhere else during the track.
Nope.
And highlighted that joint in that move right there, completely dropping the bass, completely dropping the drums, and put that chord there, bro. When I heard that chord, I said, oh my goodness. That was so sexy, bro. And then at the end with the bass solo, bro, like you just had me over here just like this the whole time. I was like, he gotta be playing a 5-string. This is like that was dope, bro. I get what you was talking about, like it hit you with the Eminem, but when my boy just said Roses, especially on that joint right there, yeah, that chord, bro, that 5th chord was just so so goddamn elegant, bro. And then I didn't even know. Now, I ain't gonna hold you on any beat. I'm a sucker. I'm an absolute sucker for some goddamn on horns, bro.
Yes,
Right.
man.
How you hit those horns and the fact that you can articulate the drink like that in Logic, I didn't even know you could do that. So
yeah, man, I just learned about it.
You just caused some absolute fire with articulations of those horns, bro.
Yeah,
that was
man.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thanks, man.
You played with the time signature throughout the whole beat.
Oh yeah,
bro,
man.
I could go on and talk about like the musicality behind what you produced there. I'm absolutely impressed, bro.
Thanks, man. You know what's funny is I was trying to like teach myself the studio horns, and the whole time I'm like, you know what? Mike's a horn player. He's gonna love this shit. I can't.
I did.
Can't wait.
I did. Thank you. I did. Majorly impressed, bro. Thank you,
Corey. This shit was phenomenal. All right, so. For future reference, if I'm ever offered to go first, slap me if I don't. I see everybody brought their A game this week. Like, god damn,
wait,
like
P,
what the fuck? Like
if
really?
you smart, P, if you smart,
like, really?
We just made your next album, bro. We just
like really. Do I have to go? Did we make a clause where can I just concede this week?
Nah, man.
Oh, man. You gotta go, man.
Wow. Nah, Corey, that was great, man.
Thanks, man.
You know, the solos, the horns. I am also a sucker for horns, and you guys also just gave me another reason to be jealous of Logic, rather, because the way you can change those horns individually in the notes like that is very dope.
Man, I can't let you do that. I'm about to turn into T'Challa's mother. No, P. I'm turning to T'Challa's mother. Show them who you are.
Wow.
Come on, Black Panther.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. So really good week, guys. So I guess I'm riding out. So please mute your engines. My name is Piso Ertone. Oh, I gotta change my headphones real quick.
Ableton gang.
All right, my name is Piso Ertone, and this is how I made this beat. It's called Castlevanian Funk. You guys are crazy. So, how did I make this trip? Hold on one sec. Excuse the headphone switch. I'm working on it. So how did I make this? This is Castlevania, and one of my favorite video games. It was a very difficult game, by the way, not an easy one to play. I found this little groove, and it just had a bop to it, so I had to sample it. So this is from the 8-bit era of Castlevania. So those sounds are really antiquated and very, like, I guess you said, bit crunch or whatnot. And this one had a bass line in it. They managed to put like a bass line in this little 8-bit beat. So this was actually on the original NES Nintendo. So it was very interesting to me that it had a low end and kind of like it had a high end. So this is just a sample as it is straight up. Oh. And it just already had a wave to me. You know, it definitely was something that I just felt that I could really get into pretty easily. So I went through a bunch of different drum sounds and came up with a really simple pattern, but I just felt like it moved with the rhythm of the sample. Also, I added a little bit of bass. Used my little Viking synthesizer. So the synthesizer that I use called Viking synthesizer. It tends to have some really cool bass. I use the amp EQ inside of Ableton, and it just it's similar to like a real guitar amp, or it mimics a real guitar amp. So I just I had a real simple bass line. You guys already know I'm not crazy with the melody, but just need to get a bass line in there. And then I also had this other part of the track that I kind of resampled it. So I really like this last little part of the sample that sounded very electronic. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So of course I put some delay on that. I put a little bit of reverb, just made it fill the room a little bit more. And additionally, I also had this part of the track in here. And these were just two sounds that I found from the video game. I wanted to make sure I sampled everything from Castlevania. So inside Ableton, there's this great thing called the Simpler, and I found a great. I just pulled a whole list of Castlevania samples, and they kind of came already chopped up for me. So when I put it into the Simpler inside of Ableton, it was very easy for me to then chop the sound effects. So I had the sound effects, basically every single sound effect at my disposal from Castlevania, which was great. And these are the two that kind of just made the beat just ride out to me a little bit more. So that was about it. I found a little commercial from the 90s for Castlevania video game just to add to the whole retroness of the whole beat. And I wanted it to feel very retro and just very old school. So yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yo, listen, let me tell you something right now, man.
Yes, sir.
Next time you talk that doubtful stuff,
Yeah, man.
I
Seriously.
swear I'm not your friend no more. And not even just on TV, like in real life.
Yo, you
Dude.
guys went in
Shut up.
this week.
Just don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I know, man.
Don't you
Seriously.
dare. Just stop it. Okay?
You better take this clout.
Nobody wants to hear that crap no more, man. How you say that every time and how a hot ass beat. Shut up, man. We don't want to hear that, man. We can't be friends no more, man.
Yo, this is sick, man.
Yeah.
And that's a great sample just selection to hear that would fit that way with the bass.
Yo, I couldn't stop moving.
And I love Castlevania too, and all of those sounds, man. Each one of those sounds just brings back a memory, you know. It's like I just ate a little. What do you have? Like a turkey leg that gave him life?
Yeah.
Bleep, 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 bleep. Or hitting the wall with a whip, and then some shit pops out.
Yep.
Yo, your beginning though, like when you played that beginning sample, I was like, okay. And like it just reminded me of the GoldenEye 007 Nintendo joint.
Oh.
And I was like, da 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 da. I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
And then dun 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 dun. Bro, I was like, oh no, he did it. And then that bro, I don't even know which one to tell you to press, but it's that last last run on that. Yo,
yeah.
Was that in a sample?
Yeah, that wasn't a sample, but then I like emphasized it because I liked it so much.
However you capitalize it. Yes, that jank throwing the reverb on that jank, I had that jank run off in the end. That was so smart. The whole jank was like, yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah, man.
Why was he downplaying himself like this?
Seriously, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. Welcome to our struggle, Mike.
I know, man. Every week it's the same. It's like he's like, I think he's just doing that on purpose, just to kind of like set a low bar, and then he just blows it out.
Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. I have to play this beat. I don't want to play it, and then it's like, boom, boom. Like, oh, this shit is hot.
Yo, P, you need a rap on that one for real. Like,
yeah,
it's
definitely. There's a pocket in there. There's definitely like a good pocket for a cadence,
and,
for sure.
You know, this is your lane right here.
Right,
you know
right.
I mean?
No, for sure.
Like you're gonna get on that for real.
Well, thank you,
I'm
guys.
still bobbing my head. I hear it. That drink went. Hey,
thank you.
Salute.
Yeah, man.
Cheers, guys. Great music all around.
Great week. Yeah, great week. And hey, Mike, thank you so much for joining us.
Man.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna ask you a favor. So every week, what we do is we spin a wheel, so that way we'll know what our next challenge is, right?
Okay.
Since we took 6-bit, 8-bit video games off of the list, we're hoping that if you could think of like a really cool challenge for us to include on this list, what I'll do is I'll put it into the wheel, and then that way, you know, maybe it doesn't land today, but then in a couple other weeks or whatever, if it lands, then you know what I mean? Like we'll give you a shout out again and say, hey man, your challenge came up, so you could always join in too. Just like make a beat and send it to us, and we'll play it live on air. But
I bet
if you could think of something right now, I'll add it into this, so that way we could spin the wheel right now and get a celebrity guest inclusion. What would be a good thing in terms of a beat challenge or a type of music to try to sample, or a specific artist or song? Anything that we could add to the list, you tell me, and I'll put it on the list right now. Put you on the spot. And while we're waiting for Mike, I do gotta say, I'm gonna break a rule right here. All right, that was my Castlevania.
Sit back with this bag.
Yeah,
See?
Yo, That isn't that an Eminem song?
No, it's not.
So that's Castlevania. The track was Poison Mind, and then I had to just abandon that. I was like, this is Eminem.
Nah, that's
this is
not
too
Eminem.
much Eminem.
It sounds like the vein of Eminem, but it's not Eminem though.
Okay, all right. But that's a Castlevania sample right there.
Wow.
Nice. So the bass included?
Yeah, it slowed way down.
Castlevania got bass, huh?
Yo, yeah. All right, Mike.
Yeah, they move up, yes, sir.
Let me know what do you think would be good to add to this list?
All right, so shout out to VA. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, nah.
Here we go.
I got to.
Shit.
Here we go.
I don't have to, but I'm
no, you
to.
Do it.
You don't got to do it.
Do it.
Like real life, one of my favorite producers is Pharrell.
Yeah, mine too, man.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say the next challenge. As a matter of fact, no, scratch that. I gotta do it for where I'm at, and I'm in DC. So I'm gonna make you do your homework.
Okay.
You gotta give me something with a go-go vibe.
Yeah.
I knew you was gonna say go-go. I knew you was gonna say go-go. Come on, man.
Here we go.
Got to. Gotta
you know what?
Okay. Get them cowbells ready, guys. Get the cowbells ready.
So here's
just ain't cowbells.
Here's the rule. Yeah. Here's the rule for that one, Mike. If that lands on it, you have to come back and do the beat with us.
Hey man, I will.
Bet.
All right. Yeah. So here we go. We're just gonna cut straight to it because we're going into overtime. So normally we, go another round and just congratulate each other. But here we go. So someone give me a number. I'm gonna do a couple dummy spins, and then we're gonna see what it lands on.
One dummy spin.
One dummy spin. Okay, here we go. We're going right into it.
Because you're a dummy.
And I'm spinning.
Okay, so that was not the challenge. Here is the challenge that we have for this week. You ready? Here we go. Remix MF.
Somebody just sent me MF Doom too.
Ooh. So there we go. Okay, cool.
Okay, so, can you elaborate on that challenge though?
Yeah, let us know what we have to do.
So by the way, I'm very happy I got 2 weeks in a row. Feels good. MF Doom is a very interesting hip hop artist if you're not familiar with him. He broke a lot of different walls by having a completely unique original rap style. He has partnered with a lot of different animators. For instance, he on Adult Swim, he collaborated with Danger Mouse and also collaborated with CeeLo, and that's how they met each other and how Gnarls Barkley was born, was through MF Doom. Just random.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
But I think the coolest thing about MF Doom is he's just his own style of hip hop and his voice. He has a very interesting voice and he has very interesting cadences. So remixing him can be fun because you can come up with a bunch of different beats that definitely support his style and support his unique style of rap.
Dude has bars.
Yeah, his bars are crazy.
Dude has sick bars.
The best albums I would say to me is I like Food. That's a really good album, but the album that he has with Madlib is a lot of people consider it to be a hip hop classic.
Now how do we remix it though?
You just gotta grab an acapella. So grab an acapella of his and grab an acapella, find out the BPM of the beat, and then just make a beat that sounds like it would fit for MF Doom. And I think that's the key is trying to match his very unique and original style of hip hop.
Wait, now when you say remix it, we shouldn't have to make it match his sound, right? Because we should be able to make it match any sound, right?
Well, I mean, if you want to take it in a different direction,
because I don't want to get disqualified again, so I gotta specify.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, if you want to take it in a different direction, that's cool too. That's cool too, as long as it works.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it work.
But
all right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just give another shout out to Mike. Mike, let us know, what are you working on? Any music, anything, new projects coming out, anything you want to plug before we jump off?
Yes, I am working on a lot of new music with some artists, local artists in DC.
Okay.
I've been taking on the task of basically allowing artists to, a lot of artists they go on YouTube and they hear the YouTube beat and rap over it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, oh well, I'm just rapping on beats on YouTube. So now what I've been doing with artists is basically have them send me the song that inspires them on YouTube and basically making a track that's not the same, but my style, but similar to what inspires them.
By.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So I've been doing that. We were supposed to have, when I say we, I'm talking about the late bloomers. We were supposed to drop another album this year, but as a hint to my challenge, it's going to be a go-go tape. But we're really going to work on this one. My homeboy is basically like, yo, the ball's in your court, so you got whole lead on this one. I was like, all right, since I got lead, I'm gonna take my time because I want to do it right for the city, especially with a lot of things that have been going on this year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As you know, change of presidency and just a lot of things that are going on in the city. So I've been honestly going into the city, getting, the sounds of the city, getting lovely sound bites and sound bits that, that would be considered rare. Sitting down talking with some OGs and the elders of the city and get some sound bites from there too, to have that within this within the album. So that will be coming out next year though. I'm not going to do that this year. If I can just do a quick little screen share right fast. If I can.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just this little plug though. If you like the beat, it is on all your streaming platforms. I just put it straight out. So if you liked what you heard, you can go here. You go find it. That's what it's gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? Just keep refreshing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'll put it on my IG, which is at 3K the God. Follow me on IG, and that will be there. All the plugs, man. Shout out to La Tangeria. That's my favorite food truck in the DMV. Shout out to 3 Beats Later for having me on the podcast. Shout out to my homie EJ. That's the other half of Late Bloomers. Shout out to my baby boy Jaden Jackson. Daddy loves you. And yeah, man, shout out to all the creators, all the producers out there that's daily grinding, doing their thing, sharpening their skill, and keep your head up, man. And my last little thing, and it might be too serious, but at the end of the day, man, there has been a very high rise during Corona due to suicides, you know what I'm saying? Because people feel like they don't have anyone to talk to.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? Or their voice can't be heard. Myself, I can tell you music has saved my life plenty of times. That's why I do this. This is my outlet to release my mental, but sometimes I do have to talk to somebody. So if you feel like there's no one you can talk to, again, my IG is at 3K the God. You can hit me up on IG, slide in my DM. I will talk to you, man. I'm here for the people, for real.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all one love, man. One love for real.
I love that.
Perfect. Man.
That's dope.
Thank you.
I'm gonna clap it up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have nothing else to drink, but I'm
and take a sip.
Yeah, man.
Thank
and Mike, for your project, man, you know what guitar player to reach out to. Also, here we go.
Oh, I'm ready. You plugged in, homie.
All right. So who wants to take us out? E, you got any last words here?
I mean, Mike kind of said it all. Man. Really,
you did E's job this week.
He did my job this week, man. I should send him the check this time. But no, man, definitely, keep yourself up. Definitely excited about all the things that you're working on, Mike. Is and doing it with a passion, doing it to save your life like that. That's the only way to really do music. So if you're doing music any other way, it don't matter. It doesn't matter if it don't come from the heart. So definitely thank you for tuning in. Everybody listening. If you have music you want us to play, you want us to check out, if you're working on music, and like he just said, music is saving people's lives all the time. If you have music you want us to play, and it's not even in the vein of a challenge we got going on, just send it, man. Send it over. We will definitely play it. The contact information is right on the side of Corey's head, right next to the Bills cap. And hit us up, and we will definitely be back next week. All right, 3 Beats Later again.
Thanks a lot. Peace.